Spellbinder. I've heard reports of another unusual creature lurking about Bastion. Search on the walkway that overlooks the arcane colossus. Can you investigate whether he is a friend or foe?
Greetings, young wizard! Sorry, I've always wanted to say that. Because you opened the way into Khrysalis, I was able to follow in your footsteps. I was sent by Headmaster Ambrose to find you. Who am I? I'm Alan Ghostdust, a special agent of the Council of Light. The Council wants you to have this potion to help in your quest to defeat the Shadow Queen. Stay strong, young wizard. We are all behind you. May your light burn bright.
I trust you've taken care of the matter. Excellent.
Greetings, stranger. Would you be willing to help bring peace to two restless spirits? The day before I fell in battle, I had a spat with my true love, Elspeth. Not even my death could quell her anger with me. I can't bear the thought of her spirit carrying a grudge for eternity. I believe a gift would soothe her furious soul. In life, Elspeth loved asphodel flowers. Unfortunately, the broodmother loves them too. Her blue razors guard the meadow where they grow. Do you think you could pluck asphodel flowers away from the blue razors and take them to Elspeth's final resting place?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're not authorized to enter this pollination zone. Blue razors! Protect the royal asphodels! Here, have all the asphodel flowers you want. Just don't tell the broodmother, okay?
You lay the asphodel flowers on the tomb. Is that a woman's voice you hear?
Thank you, Spellbinder. The asphodel flowers subdued Elspeth's fury. Our spirits may finally rest together in eternal peace. Now, if only I remembered what we quarreled over in the first place, so I'd know not to do it again.
Mighty warrior, may I beg you for assistance? In the siege of Bastion a century ago, King Ulrich Fatesailor was defeated, and his royal sword, Caitiff's Bane, was taken as a trophy. Now the cruel mantis, Zanza the Burrow Breaker, uses this once mighty blade to cut her food. This injustice cannot stand. You'll find Zanza in her quarters in the Silent Market. Don't feel the need to show her any mercy.
Who are you? You've come for Caitiff's Bane? Not a chance, warm blood. Looks like I'll be having meat for breakfast. Enough! You can have your antique silverware.
Caitiff's Bane! I am pleased that King Ulrich's sword, and you, escaped Zanza's clutches none the worse for wear. My spirit is lightened, knowing that King Ulrich's sword is safe. Yet I still have more to ask of you, Spellbinder. When valiant King Ulrich died, his body was whisked away by the mice who fled Bastion when it fell. He is buried in a cave near the lake in the verdant wood. I believe they call it the Last Wood now. Please help me perform one last duty to my liege, and return Caitiff's Bane to Reverence Cave in the Last Wood.
You'll not leave here alive, you filthy Arachna! One last charge for Bastion! No more, Spellbinder. You may have bested me here, but you should be thankful that I do not have my kingly blade. I apologize for mistaking you for an enemy. Thank you for returning my beloved caitiff's bane to me. Tell my valiant knight, Brock Celestial Song, that his spirit is free to rest.
Thank you, brave warrior. Now both my soul and my liege, King Ulrich Fatesailor, can rest in peace.
Ah, young warrior, hello. Word has spread that you are a valiant and powerful ally. May I trouble you for assistance? The Arachna have laid waste to large swaths of the Lost Wood, but I believe there is still hope to be sown. The flame legs that infest the area known as the Burn love to chew on pine oak seeds. Surely you can wrestle some from them? Plant the pine oak seeds in the four corners of the Burn, and we can begin to regrow the Lost Wood.
Fine! Take the pine oak seeds. They get stuck in our teeth.
With the pine oaks planted, new life and new hope can begin to flourish, even here in these Badlands.
Ah, life begins anew. As the pine oak trees grow, so too does your legend. Thank you, Spellbinder.
I wouldn't bother talking to a warm blood like you, but you may be able to help me. I sent that good-for-nothing servant, Romo Night Eyes, to fetch a new scythe days ago. This one's too dull to cut parchment. I can't leave my post, otherwise I'd get it myself. Track down the little rodent and tell him to bring me my scythe at once.
You don't smell like a mantis. How may I be of service to you? Oh, yes, yes. I delivered it to her days ago. I remember it distinctly. Yes, yes. She even thanked me for doing the dirty work, which seemed odd because the scythe felt perfectly clean to me. She must have forgotten. Yes, yes, yes. You go tell Zarina that Romo Night Eyes may be blind, but he never forgets to do his job.
I forget nothing. Why, that insolent little... Did you say dirty work? I suspect old Romo's been deceived. This reeks of Razel the Two-Faced. I wager she took advantage of Romo and tricked him out of my sight. She's no doubt at her post in the burrow near the Colossi. Confront her and retrieve my scythe.
Halt! No trespassers! Zarina told you to ask me about my scythe. Come see it for yourself.
My scythe! And it's already scratched! Rizal the Two-Faced has always been a devious one. Tell Romo he's off the hook, for now. But he had better be more attentive. He is only as good to us as his work.
Yes, hoodwinked by Rizal the Two-Faced. Oh, you old fool. You let yourself get distracted. It will never happen again. Yes, you do well to stay vigilant too, friend. Things here are seldom what they seem. Yes, young friend. Don't be fooled by the rigid order of the Mantises. They're ruthless and conniving, too. They're constantly scheming and breaking rules when they think no one is watching. But I watch, even if I am blind. Ooh, yes. Why, the rotten thief Xandra, the Quiet One, has been stealing things right from under everyone's noses. And who gets blamed when things go missing? Yes, Romo, that's who. But no one believes me when I tell them it is Xandra. Maybe you can expose Xandra's thievery, yes? She hoards her pilfered prizes in a burrow in the silent market. Oh, yes. Good luck.
Who are you? Well now, I didn't think anyone would ever believe that blind fool, Romo. Looks like I have a loose end to cut off.
I yield, Spellbinder. I will return the goods I stole, but you better watch your back.
Yes, yes? Did you find the stolen goods? Yes! I knew I could count on you to set things right, friend. You have my thanks. I am pleased to be in your company once again, friend. Yes, yes. Do you have a moment for old blind Robo? When I was a child, my dear mother gave me a music box. I carried it with me as a good luck charm. It served me well until I was taken prisoner by the Umbra Legion. That day, they stole my freedom and my music box. I've heard whispers there's a clandestine trade of stolen goods. Yes, the Yellow Market, they call it. They say Stinger Bell, a yellow jacket in the Moon Cliffs, is the one to talk to about such things. I cannot search for him myself. You're familiar with Stinger? Perfect! You can ask him if he knows the whereabouts of my music box, yes? I'll do anything to have it back.
Something I can help you find, Spellbinder? A little mouse misses his music box, huh? I might know how to find what you want. But this time, I'm gonna need more than the promise of a favor before I tell you what I know. I'm a trader, not a giver. There's an ancient and valuable burrower warhorn hidden somewhere in Bastion. I want it. I'll tell you how to get the music box if you bring me Laratio's warhorn. Your little mouse friend can tell you where to find it.
Yes? Spellbinder, is that you? Do you have my music box? No? Was there a problem? Stinger wants Laratio's warhorn? Oh dear. Laratio's warhorn is a storied mouse relic that would prove valuable to a trader such as Stinger Bell, yes. Unfortunately, the particular crypt in the mausoleum where the warhorn lies is infested with vicious crypt spiders. I guess I'll never see my music box again, unless You were brave enough to retrieve Laurentio's warhorn. You are? Yes, of course you are. The warhorn is in Warhorn Blower Crypt. When you retrieve it, take it straight to Stinger Bell.
I didn't think you'd be able to pull that off. Apparently crypt spiders are no match for the mighty Spellbinder. I'm impressed. I've been trying to get my hands on Laurentio's warhorn for quite some time. Now for my end of the bargain. A shredder named Rezon asked me for an example of mouse music, so I hooked him up with not one, but 3 mouse music boxes. Trust me, mouse music boxes are rare. No doubt one of them is the music box your friend is looking for. Now, what Rezon did with the music boxes is his business, and what you do with this information is your business. But if you go after Rezon's music boxes, you have to be subtle about it. You know what subtle means? You'll find Rezon in Mandible Cave. Go in, do what you have to do, and get out. No sense creating too much of a buzz.
What do you want? My music boxes? If you think I'm going to let you decipher the mouse waggle dance before me, think again. I give up. I've waggled and waggled for weeks, but I just can't figure out the mouse waggle dance. I just look silly. You can have the music boxes. They're of no use to me anymore. Just don't tell anybody what I was using them for, okay?
Rezon gives up 3 beautiful mouse music boxes. One of these must be the one Romo is longing for.
Yes, yes. Did Stinger like the war horn? Were you able to procure my music box? Yes? What's that? You found 3? Ah, yes. My mother made 3 music boxes. The other 2 belong to my beloved brothers, Geordie and Eamon. While I'm glad the music boxes are safe, I'm saddened to think on my brothers again. I fear them casualties of this horrid war. What's that? You've seen Geordie in the silent market. Then you'll do me one last favor, yes? Spellbinder, you've delivered 2 pieces of happiness to old Romo. Yes, yes. While I'm pleased to have my music box back, I'm elated to know that one of my brothers still lives. Geordie should share in this joy too. Please, take him his music box and tell him I am alive and thinking of him. And I suppose he should have Eamon's music box as well. Yes, yes, those 2 were always very close.
No, I haven't time to chat. What is this? My music box. And Amon's music box. But how did you know to bring these to me? Romo? He lives? I thought the music box and my brother had both been lost decades ago. My heart is light in knowing Romo is alive and well, and this music box will never leave me again, no. But holding Amon's music box only fills me with mourning. No, I can't keep it. Perhaps you could help ease this pain? No, I can't keep Amon's music box, Spellbinder. It would just be a painful reminder that he is gone from this world. I want to honor Amon's memory by placing his music box beneath the harmony tree we played round as children. But I'm not allowed to leave the silent market. Can you deliver Amon's music box to Peppergrass Nook in the last wood?
I know that song. Brothers, have you returned? No, you're no mouse. Come closer so I can thwack you. Tell me how you came by this music box. Out with it. Romo? He lives? And Geordie? Forgive me for being so rude, stranger. I am Amon Nighteyes, and that is my music box. I lost it in a frenzied battle with Night Flames over 40 years ago, the very battle in which my brothers were captured. Not a day has gone by that I haven't mourned all that I lost, but now I can focus on reuniting with my brothers. Yes, I'll need some time to devise a plan. I may require your help in the future. Please, check back with me soon.